The Temple, written and narrated by Brian Terence. The sun shone down on the centurion's head, his transverse crest indicating his rank, but did nothing to help keep him cool. The sweat ran into his eyes. He was tempted to slip the helmet off, but he'd worked hard to earn his rank, and so was reluctant to relinquish the symbol of it, even for a moment's respite from the heat. This dusty outpost was about as far away from any danger as he'd been able to bribe the commander to assign him to. He didn't have many years left, and he would be able to retire. It was little more than a ramshackle market, with just scraps now available after a poor harvest, and the temple, which was a Greco-Roman import, not indigenous to the local culture, but they'd taken it to their hearts. The temple of Janus, god of doorways, with his faces both front and back. The centurion sometimes wished he had eyes in the back of his head. There was always someone trying to stab you in the back, sometimes an enemy, but more likely a supposed friend. The graffiti stood out on the wall. Someone had tried unsuccessfully to remove it, but it was gouged deep into the soft stone. Every time he saw it, he'd smile. Turning, he headed back out into the sun, traced his route around the market. He kicked a stone at a dog lolling in the shade, and it yelped. It looked at him with an almost human look of reproach. He instantly felt guilty. Buying a dry crust and a piece of fat, he threw the smeared bread at the dog, which gulped it down. It wasn't only people suffering after the poor harvest. He'd made a friend. A dog was always a good thing to have around the camp. He nodded to a few of the local dignitaries who were walking through. There was always a few people entering or leaving the temple. Things might be difficult for many, but some always had the coin for the temple prostitutes. Mostly men, of course. If the rich women of the trading post wanted the attention of one of the ladies, they'd book a private consultation. He found himself heading back towards the temple again. His eyes were drawn to the graffiti. He gave a few small coins to kids begging near the entrance to stop them from trying to steal his or anyone else's money. He glanced up again at the text, shielding his eyes against the glare. It was written in bad Latin. Perhaps a poorly educated soldier or a trader for whom Latin was only learnt second-hand. Roughly translated, it read, "The problem with visiting the prostitutes of the Temple of Janus is that you never know whether you are coming or going."